Game resumed.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. SeKo Starcraft getting smoked on Guinness Black Lager, new dark ale, casting alongside.
IllmadicW.
Are you not drinking with me tonight, there, Willie?
Oh, mine is a nice Highland 18-year actually.
18
Highland
year. What's
Park.
the occasion?
That I had it and I'm drinking some of it.
Oh, awesome. I know I left my scotch at your place as well. We're scotch buddies. Anyways, this is Sean Copin playing as Omniscient, red Terran top left, versus Underdog, blue Zerg in the bottom right. Speed it up slightly here at the beginning, because I'm pretty sure this is a game that I opened up fairly standard. But I remember, no, I went for a gas actually after, so I must be going for something fun. Oh, pardon me, this is more my Platinum League adventures, which is a mix of good people and unbelievably bad people, so it gives really good replays. Me and William just made it into Silver League in 2v2. Isn't that awesome?
You know it. Watch out for us. Like we can sure kick butt if we're playing against two bronze people.
We smoked those bronze guys anyways.
Maybe we'll cast that one day. I don't know why. It was pretty pathetic.
Yeah, it was just so long and slow and without any kind of serious action.
Well, I should just walked in with those like 800 Marines I had, just like
yeah,
done.
Yeah, anyways, with this game, say a pretty standard opening, I was going to go for Reaper a Hellion pressure, and I'm going to wall off the front to make sure no scouts get in, but I don't run into a lot of people who scout anyways at this level of play. Not too sure why, they just don't want to. William, you know the value of scouting, right?
Yeah, but I'm in the wood leagues, man. Like I don't.
You're in the boonies where it doesn't matter about scouting?
Well, it actually matters more because you can totally catch somebody because they won't change their plan no matter what.
Yes.
As we've learned in your other playlist there on your channel.
Yes, the ultimate of the bad leagues. Anyways, I have a Reaper out now just to scout. I have a second Reaper on the way, as well as I'm throwing down a reactor on my factory to move into Hellion production. So this is like the pro style composition. This is about as pro level as the composition really gets. Where I'm just good. Did I kill one? Oh, my computer. No, my computer, come back. Here we go. Oh, dude. What's up with my control? Anyways, I killed something before I went down, but for some reason I lost control of my shit. So I'm sending the other Reaper back home, but I'm still building another Reaper, and I'm starting to build a Hellion, so I can go for the Hellion Reaper composition.
So you're just gonna bug the crap out of this guy.
Yeah, but I'm also getting down to command center as well. So what I want to do is keep him on 3 bases, while I move up to a safe 2, and control the map well with what I have. He might move into roaches or something, but he's getting speed for his lings. If speedlings aren't going to really cut it against Hellions and Reapers as a combo. As a combo meal from Burger King.
So I see that you're pretty much a patched Terran now. Like you don't play Zerg as much as you used to.
It's not 50-50, no, but I still like mixing in the Zerg a little bit. We won that 2v2 game and got into Silver League on the back of me playing Zerg.
We could have used Age of Empire characters and we would have won.
Alright. I'm not as familiar with Age of Empires. What kind of characters?
Well, swords versus guns. Like I don't know how to explain it more than that. They were just that bad.
Alright. Anyways, we look at the units tab. I mean, my opponent's got a bit of worker lead on me with my mule. I mean, that obviously helps out. But I obviously have an army and he does not. My second command center is just finishing up. Waiting for the next 2 Hellions to bust as well as the next Reaper. So I have 3 Reapers and I'm going to have 8 Hellions to go and put some pressure on with. Speed it up slightly while I'm getting that together because this is a longer game. And we're going to treat people with the respect of it not wasting too much of their time in between. I scan the front to see what's going on. I see lots and lots of Zerglings, so I feel really happy about that. Kill a creep tumor on the way.
Micro!
Yeah. I mean, I lost 3 Hellions out of all that.
Well, if you can get that queen, like, there you go.
I lost 3 Hellions and a Reaper to take out about 30 Zerglings and 2 queens. Did I get the last queen? No, I went for drones after this to try and grab a few.
Well, he's got a lot of queens.
Which is smart. Queens are really good in the early stage to help things stay alive. So if I look at the units lost tab, I killed 4 workers and 28 units to my 12. So I thought that was okay. Behind this, I'm obviously moving up to 3 factories, and I should be ready to move over my other command center. Units wise, he still got a worker lead. I lost all my units though. The only problem with how I got caught behind there is now I don't have that map control that I initially wanted.
Yeah.
Scouting his base, I don't see any new tech. He is on layer, and he is getting double gas. But there is nothing crazy coming out of it, other than he has got 2 Evo chambers for 1-1.
Yeah, and he's doing 1-1 right now. You don't have any upgrades.
I do not. That is, you know, obviously against me with going for the units. I have 4 Hellions now, which is enough to control against Zerglings. Command center is down. And I'm starting to just keep producing more and more workers. He's pretty delayed on his 3rd base, though. We're already almost at the 10-minute mark. And that's first that his 3rd base is going down. I'll speed it up slightly. I'm running out with a few Hellions just to control the map, take the watchtowers, see what's going on. And I want to get better at controlling the front of a Zerg's base in the early game to deny creep. It's something that I've generally neglected quite a bit of.
Yeah, so you gotta scan and kill the creep tumors, or?
We'll see, either that or I'm going to coax all the Zerglings to come out and fight me. So I was considering killing it, but it's only 1 creep tumor, and he hasn't worried about moving it too much. Turning around right now would have been good. You see how he just moved his creep tumor? I could have easily gone down there and sniped that. And at the platinum levels and lower, your creep tumors, it's not like you're really focused on getting more creep tumors. It is one of those things that dedicated a lot of time to.
You gonna try to take this base or what?
Take his 3rd base?
Yeah.
I'm going to go down there and put some pressure on it. I did move all my Hellions down there, so I'm going to go just attack it for a while, see if I can get some damage in. Behind it, I've got my 3rd command center on the way. I do have a couple of missile turrets because I love being extra safe, and I'm still producing more workers.
I was gonna see you got the turrets behind your mineral line. I don't see too many Zergs dropping. They don't drop very often.
But that's where the Mutalisks run behind to do damage, right?
That is true.
The front of it is where all my mech is going to be rallied, right? So my Thors are all going to be rallied to the front of the base. It's really about them outmaneuvering my defenses that I'm worried about. So they're positioned to intercept units coming in and going behind. I've got Blue Flame on the way. Still building lots of Hellions and tanks.
Yeah. So you go Hellion tank, essentially?
Yes, Hellion tank.
So yeah, you're a big fan of the mech play.
I find it's really cost effective and it's about positioning, so I do well. But I like keeping in the Hellions in the early game because they outrun most Zerg units. And with Blue Flame, you can just slaughter stuff if you're lucky. Eventually, you move into Hellbats when you need a little bit more beefy units.
Yeah, but then you just get a transform thing, right?
Yeah. So units-wise, he's still got a pretty good worker lead, but supply-wise, I'm up by quite a bit. And that's mostly because I'm still powering out an army, whereas him, he's getting up all of his upgrades and getting his economy.
Yeah, so he's going on 2-2. You still haven't done any of that.
Nope. So he's building for where Zerg should play, which is I'm going to get out a really, really good tech and economy, and that is what I'm going to use to be able to facilitate.
Oh, he's going for these stupid.
When he doesn't have roaches out, he doesn't have anything to deal with this amount of Hellions. So I'm just going to attack all this stuff.
Well, you should be able to take out this entire worker line, and you do. Blue Flame should be finishing pretty quick here, hey? Before these scores come up. Yeah.
So this, he didn't cancel any of those either, so that cost him a lot of money. He's about half the supply as me right now. But his upgrades, once again, those you'll see are going to come back to really help him later. I probably could have focused down that hatchery, but if you see on my base, he went for a Zergling run by.
And you didn't have any Hellions.
Yeah,
he had a few, but...
So he managed to kill 9 SCVs from me, but I'm also massively supply blocked, because I'm powering out units a lot faster than I thought I would be. I do go down to finish off that hatchery now. I have no reason not to. He doesn't have any units out, but he's going for something that I've not experienced before, which is essentially a super fast Ultralisk cavern.
Yeah, there it is.
With his upgrade advantage and the Ultralisks.
Those things are going to mow through your units.
Absolutely. I scan and see what's going on there. I like using my scans to be able to see what's going on. People could call it a waste, but I've also got out so many Hellions right now. What I should have done is gone for like a run by to just kill everything. But if you see the front of his natural, it's super, super walled up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he sees you with all those Hellions, and how do you stop Hellions is you put up a wall they can't run by. Geez, you got a lot of Hellions.
Yeah, and it's like it's not that hard to get that many Hellions either, right? Like it's
well, they're
cheap. There's no gas. This is off of 2 bases essentially. So I was gonna push in there. I'm like, well, I don't really have
kill all
any
these creep tumors.
Yes, I should. Scan. I have my siege tanks here though, so I'm gonna go for sieging up and to push back his wall. One of my tanks is a little bit too close, unfortunately, so I have to unsiege that one before it gets killed.
I like how you bring a few STVs there to repair your shit.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I'm starting to do it more and more intentionally. But if you see, he's got like 8 Ultralisks about to pop.
Yeah, well, here they are.
And Chitinous on the way. And he's throwing down a Spire.
Jesus. Yeah, these... Oh, man. You're in trouble now.
Yeah, so I run away. Classic.
Wow.
Just not much I can do about that. I'm just gonna get the hell out of there. So okay.
Jeez, that did a lot.
Yeah.
Just looking at your unit's kill tab, and it's
Well, look at his supply. Like just building those 8 Ultralisks essentially got a supply back up to steady.
Even with you, yeah.
But because most of my money is in Hellions and not in Thors with upgrades, I'm actually in a pretty bad spot, unfortunately.
Yeah, so you need to transfer to Thors like quick, and Hellbats do better against
slightly, but the splash damage is still super bad. If you see what I'm trying to do right now is I want to keep my Hellions. I just take out his creep tumors, but I'm using my Hellions to keep his Ultralisks at home, because
if they come to your base, they're just gonna eat through your base.
Yeah, they're gonna crush face. So I'm checking for expansions right now because he's still on 2 bases. He's going 2 base Ultra. With max
That's tough
upgrades.
to do with a Zerg, isn't it?
Super tough, and max upgrades too. I've never encountered this. Oh, pardon me, bad Guinness burps. I've never encountered this. I'm gonna go ultras with max upgrades first.
Yeah. Well, he rushed to it or something. Like he.
So if you look at my base, the front of my wall, I'm actually building 2 factories there with everything behind it. Yeah. Just to be able to keep it in place. I do have a 3rd base down. I canceled his 3rd base at a cost of a couple Hellions. But that's alright. But he sees my 3rd base going down. So I'm going to do what I can. But I need gas. Gas is my big limiting factor right now.
Yeah, you're a little low on the gas.
I'm doing what I can off of the bases I have. But now he's going to go up with his Ultralisks to deny my 3rd.
Which is totally fair.
Yeah, it is. But at least I can lift mine off, so...
You got lucky though. Like, are you gonna run in there with these Hellions? Because none of his ultras are at home.
No, I am. If you look at my Hellions, I'm debating doing that, but I'm also paying attention to the fact I've got to lift up my command center. So there go my Hellions. I did what I wanted him to, which is to move out. I know that he's still got a wall at his main, so what I wanted to do is say, oh, did he transfer workers to his natural yet? He did not. But I'm gonna still try to focus it down. Keep super low Econ on this Zerg player. I'm finally getting 1-1 and Thors at my base, but my gas is really setting me behind, right?
Oh.
And now I see his Mutalisks out. And
which is going to be good for with your Thors, so...
It is, but it's so hard for me to expand now. Ultra and Mutalisk?
That's a good combination,
That's a pretty cool combination, right? I'm starting to throw down a few more missile turrets. But I'm in a really tough spot. Because I'm so upgrade behind. Like, my 1-1's just about to finish.
So you got this wall. So your Thors aren't supposed to get out this way, I assume.
The Thors will get out when I lift my wall. What I want to make sure what doesn't happen is his Thors bust through and get on top of my army. So the factories are there to make sure that he can't break through. Because if he tried, they'd get killed off, trying to kill down my structures. He's trying for a 3rd base again behind this. His Mutalisks took a pretty big hit from my Thors. But now I've got enough army where I feel like I can push out. He's trying to snipe off a few of my units, but my Thors are now 1-1. And it's they do pretty good damage to unupgraded Mutalisks. Ah, yes. So his Mutalisks are still running around, but he's not building anymore. He just built enough to be able to deny a few things. But back at my base, he's not really going to get a ton of damage done with them. So I've got this pretty sick army. I'm going to go push out to kill his third base once again, because I'm going to keep him as low econ as possible. But he's still building tons and tons of Ultralisks. That's his only thing to do, is build Ultralisks.
They're a good unit. They're the best Zerg unit. Like, I think, what was it, Day 9, he was like, you know, he loves the Ultra Ling combo. Like, Speed Lings with Ultras, it's just...
Okay. Well, we're about to watch what happens against 3-3 Ultras versus about 100 supply worth of Terran Mech.
And he's got how many? Jesus, how many Ultras does he have?
He's got
14.
14.
He has 14. You have... Oh, God. He's lost 2. He's lost 3. Holy shit. Ultras are good.
So if you look at the supply count right now, you'll see that I'm not doing really well.
He only lost 5 Ultralisks, and you lost your entire army.
That's the power of the upgrades. You see I'm running my command center back home. Because it's not going to do much good out there on the map with his Mutas and his Ultras, which have now... his Mutas are back to full health. So now I've got to go and play Turtle Terran for a while. He's still got... yeah, he's still got 9 Ultras. I do see that he's got a third base down. At the other expansion now. And he's starting to build his fourth. So I'm like, man, my time... I'm in such a shitty spot. Like, my time is limited. The Zerg player, if it gets ahead, is going to do so much better. So I need to find a way to build up enough army on my 2 bases that are very severely mined out. With low upgrades. 2-2 is on the way. Against the Zerg player going up to 2 more bases. With maxed upgrade Ultralisks and his Mutalisks around as well. I'm running around with drops now, you'll see. I now have Hellbat drops. Because I'm going to go and try to keep his economy as low as possible.
The Ultras don't seem to like that.
No, and I know that he saw my drop with his Ultras, and he's got Mutas on the map, so I can't keep going with that drop, right? It'll just get shut down. So I have to run home with it.
He's he's denying you a third base. He's being very smart.
Yeah, both places. He's seeing what's coming at him. So, once again, I'm in a tough spot. I've got a small army. I'm going to move out with it a bit, along with my command center. Because his third base is up, and it's saturated now. He's got people out there making money for him. So I'm not in a good position. William, entertain people. I need another beer.
Okay. Well, here comes a Hellbat drop, and it's actually going to work, because this base doesn't have any protection against this. See how many units he kills.
Did you tell him some stories there, William?
I was actually just doing some commentary. Your drop was somewhat successful.
Oh, what did I drop? Oh,
your Hellbat drop on his third there.
Yes, and I did kill off most of his Mutalisks at my natural as well.
Yeah.
So his Ultras don't look like they want to fight that just yet, so I'll get my command center down, alright. But now he's on 4 bases, and my main is mined out. My natural is mostly mined out. If I look at units tab, I've got like 30 workers or some shit. It's not like he's got a ton either though, right? So
you have 26 workers.
How much does he have?
He has 28.
Yeah, because my Hellbat drops are actually working really well. So if we look at the resources tab, I've killed 45 workers to him killing 28. But I have mules, and mules will help me get lots and lots of Hellbats.
Yep. Hellbats are cheap in the mid game and late game.
Absolutely, and they do so much damage. Like you drop them in a mineral line without somebody knowing.
Well, they're good against anything that doesn't have armor.
Yeah, it's true. Let's see, his Ultralisks are now about to attack my base.
Oh, here we go. Well, he's going for it.
I unfortunately moved away one of my factories, but he doesn't run into the main. What he's going to do is take on my army. But now I have 2-2 Thors and tanks, so I'm actually in a much better position. His army did not surround mine, so it attacked me in a really sloppy way. So he ended up losing all of his Ultralisks, and I came out pretty good. It's so important with Ultralisks that you get that kind of surface area. Otherwise, they just run into each other like dumbasses. And yeah, you'll just run over them.
Yeah, and it's important that if you do have tanks to keep them unsieged, because they do better damage against Ultralisks unsieged.
Yep, they shoot faster.
I don't know why, but
they shoot
do.
faster unsieged, and splash damage does not count against Ultralisks.
Yeah, because they're just huge.
Yeah, so that's why it's better to keep them unsieged. And you also can micro them a bit as well. So in, say, Brood War and Starcraft 1, yes, keeping up siege tanks and ultras was the standard way of doing things, because you could outrange and smoke them. But if you see it in this game, it is actually more important to...
Oh, I don't know if you get away with this Hellbot draft. He's got... Ooh, do you get away with it? Oh, you do, don't you?
No. I'm gonna drop. I'm not gonna be happy about it. No! I tried to pick up a micro. I tried to get cute.
And everything.
I tried to get cute, and it didn't work.
No.
He's going back into...
I see your ring of
missile turrets?
air defense.
Because I'm only worried about the Mutalisks. The Ultras have to stay as a pack. He's not building Zerglings. Like, if he made 20 Zerglings...
He's not building anything right now.
If he made 20 Zerglings and ran in, he'd actually do a lot of damage, and he could get away with them. But he's just focusing on mega units right now. Same with me. Thors, Hellbats, tanks. Oh, and a little bit of medevacs mixed in there. 3-3 hasn't even started yet for me, though. And I really should. The bank on gas for this Zerg player is ridiculous. And he's still building workers, which is nice. He's spent a bunch of time rebuilding his macro. So he's got a huge lead on economy once again. We see the mutas flying up around the back. There's only 5 there, though.
Yeah, he's got super maxed Ultralisk. Jeez.
I am starting my
damage
+3 attack.
44.
Yeah, I'm starting my +3 attack right now, which is going to help me out a lot dealing with that. But he only has, I think, that one Ultralisk. Units-wise, yeah.
No, he's got...
Oh, shit, he's got a few.
Yeah, he's just making one. He's making an additional one. So...
We're in this weird spot, though, where neither of us want to commit too much, because losing your army in the wrong way just essentially means death. I am moving for a 4th base right now. I've not turned it into a orbital because I was considering making it a planetary, but making a planetary against Ultralisks is not necessarily a good move because Ultralisks will just smash it, right?
Yeah, because the one-shot Zerglings are Marines.
Yeah, Ultras demolished those light armor units.
Oh, here we go.
So I'm gonna push around for his base. I know he's sending up his Mutalisks to deal with mine. I'm just going to run away. But this is buying me the time to go after his expansion. So my +3 might be finished before his Ultralisks can get to me here, which is going to be really important. He runs away his workers. Super, super critical that he does that. Otherwise, he's in big, big trouble. But you see what I'm doing with my medevac, because I'm chasing after those workers.
Yeah.
So that base is going to go down. I know it's going to go down. What I want is the worker kills. So I'm going to keep track of this medevac, and let's see what kind of kills we can get with this here. He does have a spine in here, and he also has a queen. But I have a medevac to heal up the Hellbat. You're going to watch some sick Hellbat micro here.
Yeah,
I'm At the same time as my army is getting crushed by his Ultralisks.
Yeah. Jeez, my god. Oh, here we go. Well.
Go Hellbat! 39 kills, 40 kills!
41. 41 kills before he dies. That's sick.
But I lost my whole army.
Yeah, and guess who's coming?
Yep.
You got it mostly... Ooh, yeah, I think you're gonna lose this base.
Or I'll lift it up and get it the hell out of there. One or the other. I should have picked up all my SCVs inside of that medevac.
Well, they can also fit inside your orbital, hey?
They can't. They can only fit inside of planetaries and unupgraded.
Oh.
Orbitals do not take on passengers.
Okay, well, it looks like you can just swap it for this base again. So this is essentially what the game is.
Yeah, nobody's doing anything in the production tab. It's so funny right now. I'm going to finish off my wall with my command center.
Because that's classy.
That's super classy. And back to producing more things. After now that I killed all of his workers. But he has 1,400 minerals. Like, you expect him to just put out a massive pile. He's attacking my front. He tried to. Didn't really get much done. Lost one Ultra. I dropped all my mules down. But whoopee shit. I mean, I'm gonna let them mine for a few seconds, and then I'll lift up, and that'll be fine.
I don't even think you got minerals out of that.
Yes, I did. I must have, because there's no minerals in my main base. But if you see, I need to do something because I have almost no minerals in any of my bases.
Oh wow, you're starved.
Completely
Too bad there's
starved.
no, like, Dark Templar equivalent for Terran with all that gas. Well, ghosts.
I did think about doing Banshees, but he has Mutalisks on the field and Spore Crawlers at some of his bases. So that would be a really big tech commitment.
I don't think you can snipe an Ultralisk, can you?
I believe so. They are biological.
Well, that'd be an idea.
Well, that would require Ghost Academy, Barracks, which I only have one, Tech Labs, and Ghosts. And they have no upgrades. Whereas I have 3-2 on all my mech.
I'm just looking at your gas, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's my minerals that are setting me back right now. He does have his 4th base up. He's got his 3rd base up. I still have the production tab open, and nobody's really doing anything. But he did get
yeah,
back.
I've been looking at that for a while.
He's got a lot of workers once again. So, Shawnee's going to go for a really funny drop at the top left. It's going to be Thor Hellbat drop. I want to use the Thor to take care of any queens or any type of spine crawlers that are there.
Oh, and he saw it.
He did see it.
Engage thrusters!
Once again, this allows me to drop 10 mules at my expansion, though, and get minerals, which I need.
Yes.
So, there's all the Thors. Oh, sorry, there's all the,
Whoops.
The problem is, one of my medevacs is unbelievably light.
So this doesn't work.
No, it sure doesn't. But I did get away with the better medevac and 2 Hellbats. You gotta use that boost. Making a couple more Thors. I'm mining now. Like, I'm not doing great.
Yeah.
He's got so much money. And he's got all these hatcheries. As a Zerg player, you should throw down like 2 macro hatcheries, build 100 Zerglings, and go and crush it. Just, like, go crush it.
Yeah, like, it's kind of curious why he's not doing that.
I had really weird timing with this Hellbat drop, as I just missed him moving across all of his workers just below it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But you can always out-micro Ultralisks. I did see one Mutalisk pop out, so I decided to run home. Because you might have more Mutalisks coming out. So 2 Thors, 4 Hellbats at a time. I'm still ahead on supply, but I'm 3,000 minerals behind. So I have no idea why I haven't lost yet. I actually didn't realize he had that much bank. I thought he was starved this whole time. So
I think he forgot what minerals were, because if like you said, because he could just, he's got what, 4. If he put up 1 or 2 macro hatches.
He's also got 27 larvae. He's got 27 larvae. That's enough to make, you know, almost 60 Zerglings at once. So just go kill some shit. Like, just the Hellbats will mow through the Zerglings, yes, but that's what you got the Ultralisks there as well for. So I'm still ahead pretty good on supply. I do have my Thors out here and my tanks, so I've got enough army. I am going to push out.
I just don't understand why you didn't just, like, make a shit ton of, like, you could have just maxed out on, oh, there we go, maxed out on Ultralisk.
10 Ultras in production? Holy crap.
Yeah, so this timing might be really nice for your push here.
Yeah, Ultras do take a while to build. So he is going to attack into this, which is bad for him, because he's not getting good surface area.
Oh, he just did a 1A. Everything's coming.
So he lost 5 Ultras for like 6 Hellbats.
Well, if you can get these...
Oh, I missed all the drones. Did I get some drones? Oh, what? Oh, I shot at the spine crawler. Oh, man. But you see, I'm going to do is I'm going to put all my Thors in front of my tanks. I know it's going to come at some point. I'm just going to be patient. Here come all the Ultras. Thors are amazing against Ultras if the upgrades are there. But now we got a bit of a standoff with 8 Ultras against essentially 7 Thors and some tanks. I want to try to get up into that choke so there's less surface area. And Mech wins out. I'm pretty sure I start heading home or something after this.
Yeah, I think you're like,
oh, I do a drop right now in the bottom left.
Yeah.
Which one of these guys kills at? Oh, no, he pulled away his workers in time. I did get the queen, though. He's trying to find my mech. Where is it? Is that on the way home? It is on the way home.
Oh, finally he makes Zerglings. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, but watch, follow that medevac in the bottom left, because I know that he's got a new base up, so I'm going to go for that base.
Oh, no. Jesus.
Good positioning.
Yeah, like in those little chokes in between the minerals.
Yeah, 21 kills and 29 kills.
That was in like a few seconds.
Yeah.
That was gross.
Zerglings are awesome, but you need to attack in good positions where you can get surrounds. You notice I dropped between the 2 mineral patches there? That means only maybe 1 or 2 Zerglings can actually attack it at once. Ah, yes. So I'm still pretty broke, but you notice his bank disappeared real fast. I gotta come back for another drop down here. He does.
You guys aren't. He's not producing anything. I think he's just swearing to himself. I think he left. I think he just walked away.
I think he just walked
away.
He just AFK'd on it.
Hmm?
Away from keyboard. So yeah, he's down to 30 supply, which is essentially some workers and a couple Ultralisks. I did run home with. I'm pretty sure I ran home with my Thors and stuff. I'm dropping a ton of mules at the other base right now. Oh, pardon me. Good air.
Oh yeah.
And so it's on to tanks and more Hellbats. Oh, you just canceled a bunch of stuff too. Oh yeah, there's my army. It's killing his 4th base. That's right.
Yeah.
So it's time to push down for the final important part. Yeah, I'm not too worried about sieging up or anything, of course. I did the damage I really needed to. I scanned for his other 4th base and see nothing. So I'm alright to just kind of head home. Right, I'm going to build up more army. And I'm not in a panic. He did go and attack on my 3rd base, which caused it to lift. But you'll see I've already got another army ready to deal with these Ultralisks. That's the good thing about having your units rally to your choke, is that you have the ability to just stop that. I'll repair up that command center. I'll be just fine. I'm going to put all my armies together now. One happy family.
See, I saw this one guy. He actually rushed for a quick Viking. Vikings suck against Zerg because mutas are way better. But all he did was hunt down all of the frickin' overlords. And the guy was just... And he just won. The guy just GG'd out.
Well, I don't see that very often, because at the pro level, it's actually quite common to build out of your first starport a medevac and a Viking to go and take care of any type of overlords. But most Zerg players are going to keep their overlords in a good spot, so they'll only have 2 or 3 out on the map to scout. And the rest of them are going to be protected by queens. So I'm not surprised that would happen. But I'd be very surprised if that happened at a very high level.
Well, you know me, I don't play at that level.
Well, you gotta start putting Vikings into your play then, man.
Yeah, maybe I'm gonna do that.
I catch all of his spine crawlers just sieging up, so I get a lot of free shots.
And there it is.
He's out. So this was Shawnee's own shitty game because I probably should have lost that with the bank
A few times. If he just went, whatever, the L for larva, and then just held down the Z button.
Yeah.
He would have won.
132 worker kills for Shawnee this game. It was an interesting game. It was one of the most low econ games I've ever had to play. It's like every mineral and gas mattered essentially doing this.